What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lights Comics Action Podcast here on the Collective Comics channel. I am joined by the homie Jake today.
Yo!
We're diving into the first round of the hero bracket.
First round of the hero bracket.
There we go.
Heroes, heroes, heroes.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Well, I can't wait to see what's going to happen once we start putting these heroes up against our villain.
Because it's crazy. You know, the villain bracket turned out definitely not how we had originally expected it to.
Not at all.
And the hero bracket is interesting. The outcome is kind of expected, but you'll have to see the battles along the way because they're goofy.
They're funny, and it's all through imagination.
Oh yeah,
and our knowledge. So some of it can get a little weird there. So you guys might have some debates on that one.
Yeah, as you guys saw from back in the villain bracket, you know, some personal interest came into factor.
Yeah.
Things like Harley Quinn beating Sandman.
Yes.
You know, if you've heard it, you've heard it, you know.
Right,
right. It's crazy. And here we are on episode 16. We need 4 hands to determine to show off the number.
Right? Yeah, we need 4 hands.
There we go.
There it is. 16.
It's crazy. So hero bracket, man.
Let's dive into it.
Hero bracket part 1. Let's go.
Explosions.
This is the hero bracket.
There it is.
This is the story of a girl.
Right? I heard it in there, and then I was like, where's it at? Where's it at?
Yeah, so hero bracket, jumping straight into it. Again, we don't know who is going against who. We barely even remember who's on the list at this point.
Yeah, we just shuffled.
Yeah, we made the list at the same time as the villain bracket, but here we are doing the hero bracket. First one's an interesting one. Star-Lord versus Red Robin.
Ooh. Star-Lord
versus Red Robin. It's kind of a weird matchup.
Yeah.
It's like a super weird matchup.
I feel like I don't know very much about Star-Lord.
Yeah, I don't either. Other than like the Guardians movies, really.
Yeah.
I think
I feel like Red Robin wins,
yeah, I mean,
but that's also just because like my ignorance to Star-Lord.
But I mean, it's Tim Drake at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
I know.
So I don't disagree with that. I'm just trying to think of like counters and things that like Star-Lord would have. I think he has doesn't he have like little jets on his feet or something? He can move around, but I still don't think that's enough to, he has a gun.
I think he can defend himself pretty well, but other than that, like, I feel like Red Robin, Tim Drake takes the cake.
Yeah, for sure. This is going to be a weird one too, because like heroes traditionally don't do. I mean, they win, but then they stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think a few of these might come down to like who's willing to go a little bit longer before they stop. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. I think this one's a no-brainer. I don't know a ton about Tim Drake after he became Red Robin, but I do know like there's some storylines where he didn't even become Robin. Like and the New 52 and stuff, and he like Nightwing saw him as an equal, so he didn't want to give him the Robin, and he gave it to Damian instead. So if Nightwing's out here saying Tim Drake is an equal,
yeah,
I think Nightwing beats
right. Yeah, 100%.
You know
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So we're going Red Robin taking out Star-Lord in the first round.
There it is.
First round, Red Robin, yum. We got the second one. This is an interesting one. Wow, I did not think this is going to be round 1. Did you see it?
I peeked.
Did you see it?
I peeked.
We got the Hulk versus Spider-Man.
Oh, this is a good one. And you want to know what I really think?
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man 100%.
Wow.
100%. Because, like...
Hulk's just too dumb, dude.
I mean, it also, like, if, like, Hulk gets his hands on Spider-Man, like, yeah... But like
Hulk is all rage though.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man is too quick and Spidey sense.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
he's
what I'm
too
saying?
smart. Like,
Yeah.
not too smart. He's not too smart for his own good, but
I mean, he is a genius.
yeah, yeah, he's like a scientist and all that stuff. So like, I totally. Isn't there? Doesn't this happen in comics too?
I think so, a little bit. I think the thing is, like, I have one, and it's a Gray Hulk, and it says I killed Spider-Man, but I didn't read it.
Yeah.
I think we pulled it out on the channel. We got it out of a mystery pack at Ollie's.
Really?
Yeah. So like, I think that's like one of the deaths of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But still, realistically,
I think like going back to like last week, it comes down to like I think more times out of not, Spider-Man gets away and does his thing.
right? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And then like playing the game and watching him versus Kingpin and watching him versus dude, with the big head dude, Hammerhead. Yeah, and he was strong, dude. He was hard to defeat as Spider-Man, but he still did it. You know what I'm saying? And like, just the technology that he's able to put in his webs, he's definitely he's probably just gonna go home after one battle.
Yeah.
With Hulk, do something to his web fluid, tase Hulk, do whatever with like electric webs or whatever, and then he's done.
But he still gets away that first time. You know what I mean? It's like it might have like snuck by like by the skin on his teeth, but he still gets away. You know what I mean? And can come back to fight again.
Yeah, and I feel like he could just use his head against him and just like, because like I said, he's all rage.
Yeah.
So like, if the Hulk just goes rage mode, towards one thing, he can direct his attention probably.
Yeah, but when you act out of rage too, you stop thinking as much. You know what I mean? So, I just don't think Hulk can beat Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like if you took like 10 fights, I don't think he wins over 5 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I think Spider-Man comes out with a higher percentage.
Yep. Next. Spidey goes on.
Yes. Ooh, this is a weird one too.
I didn't even see it.
Batman.
Ooh.
Versus the Human Torch. The Human Torch.
Okay.
So I really want to hear what you have to say about this.
The suit's fireproof. I guess.
Yeah.
When it wants to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
There's been a couple times where he's like used his cape to protect him against fire and stuff like that. And like in the movie, they put the Human Torch out with a fire extinguisher. Yeah.
I feel like they clown on the Human Torch sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. I mean? Yeah. So like,
but he's also got that one move. I don't remember what it's called now off the top of my head. But
the tornado thing, the vortex.
It's like Inferno. I don't remember.
It's supernova.
Supernova. Yes. And like in like King in Black. That's the thing I'm trying to think of.
Yeah.
Like that. Like does a huge thing in there. You know what I mean? It serves a huge purpose. And like in the other parts of the movies, like he engulfs Dr. Doom in it, but I feel like when he has
I feel like he's a useful part of a team.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think of Susan, right?
Yeah.
Like she a lot of times will help, like he'll like make a bunch of fire and then she'll like encase the enemy in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she'll like contain the fire from like damaging the city and stuff like that. And that's where I'm saying is that like, can he really contain it without her?
Yeah, I think
certain things like that. He's got the one power move.
Yeah. I think my biggest thing is like him with his speed and flying. Does that, also add on to that? But I feel like Batman also has a lot of experience with that thing.
Yeah.
Between like stuff with the Flash and Yellow Flash and Superman and all the other flying. It's like
flying super fast.
It's like
things.
Flying is like one of the only superpowers that they use in DC.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, I would hate to see Batman go out to the Flash.
The Human Torch.
Yeah, I was talking about the Flash too much.
Right.
I don't know. I think this would be one that you would have to like put into a simulation and, you know, see the percentage of wins. You know what I mean?
100%. The thing is, like, Batman is so strategic, 10 steps ahead. He almost knows who he's going to fight before he's going to fight them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, he probably has, like, I mean, he's got smoke pellets that just, like, he can disappear with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he can probably just make a fire extinguisher pellet.
Yeah.
You know, like, just put whatever's in a fire extinguisher in there.
Yeah. With him,
put him out temporarily, and he's done.
If he wears his flame-resistant suit to work that day, I think he's okay.
Yeah, the thing is that, like, he's still a human. So, like, a human, like, the Human Torch, yes, he has, like, he doesn't have super strength. He's not invincible. He's fireproof and can shoot fire. Yeah. But if that fire goes out and that flame goes out and he gets wet, even, you know, Batman just has to knock him out. And Batman has that brute strength that's just going to knock him out.
I think we agree that Batman's moving on.
Yes.
Okay. Batman beats the Human Torch. Moving on. Another weird one. Ooh, the next one is like a real thing. Wonder Woman versus Green Lantern is this one. And now that I know the next one, I just want to do that one instead.
Don't lose that ring, dude.
Right, yeah.
Don't lose that ring.
Yeah. I mean,
I want Wonder Woman to go on, but at the same time, I feel like when he can use the ring the right way and the ring allows him to use it to its full potential, it's very OP.
And it's charged.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
the thing is, like, is the ring won't let him do anything wrong with it. And if you're fighting Wonder Woman, you probably did something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm thinking about it more like how many times do we see the hero like be a bad guy? So it's like maybe Wonder Woman was popping off and somebody had to go do something about it. You know what I mean? The ring, I feel like the ring lets you do what you need to do, but not let you go too far.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the one thing about Wonder Woman is that she can't or she won't because she's, Themyscirian or whatever it is. You know, and
will Green Lantern be able to create things to protect / take him the step above Wonder Woman?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it depends.
Yeah.
It really depends. Probably.
What does Wonder Woman bring to the table?
Strength. Everything Superman brings.
Yeah.
And a lasso of truth.
Lasso of truth.
And a sword. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the ring won't let him kill. She won't kill.
Yeah.
But probably will if she has to.
Yeah. The only way that Green Lantern wins this is if he can, like, muster up something that basically captures her. You know what I mean? And like she can't get out of.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if that would happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're going Wonder Woman?
Yep.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman moves on.
There we go.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. This is Cyclops versus Wolverine. This is something like we've definitely seen a bunch, you know, fighting over Jean Grey and Cyclops, you know, winning Jean Grey, and then Wolverine wants her back and like things like that. We see that all the time. I think Wolverine just like is so annoyed by Cyclops for some reason. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cyclops can do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, Wolverine's pulling punches because they're on the same team.
Yeah.
And he's got the regeneration.
That's the thing, is that he's like invincible.
Yeah. So I'm going Wolverine.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool idea. I'm surprised they ended up on the list together just because of the history between the two. But
at this point, nothing surprises me. With this list, I'm just like, okay, here we go.
This has been a weird list so far.
Yeah, I'm like sitting here trying to think. I'm like, this can't happen. Like, but it can. Like,
right. This one,
under what circumstances? But,
This one I don't think is going to be a big deal. We got Black Widow versus Iron Man.
It's Iron Man, you know, but I'm trying to think of a way that Black Widow can win, but it's Iron Man.
Yeah, I don't. That's kind of where I'm at
when
too.
Tony Stark's in the suit, you know, if it was just Tony Stark, didn't she kick his ass in the movie? Right?
Right. Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's the thing is like,
if he's in the suit, like obviously it's Iron Man in the suit to his fullest potential.
And which suit, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Because he's got more than one, but
he just hits her with the chest beam. you know,
I think it almost comes down to, I feel like now thinking about it, Black Widow almost seems like she fits like into that DC realm more. You know what I mean?
More of a secret agent type of
fighter.
Yeah.
Just, you know, behind the scenes.
It reminds me of a spy. I mean, she is, you know, pretty much. So
it's kind of the same thing that we were talking about with like Daredevil. It's like a lot of combat, like a lot of hand-to-hand combat, like not really power oriented, but
right to where like Tony Stark's suit pretty much is his power, you know, but that thing is so OP, right. You know, like
so definitely Iron Man moves on past Black Widow. I think Black Widow could have put up a fight against some other people on the list, but it's like going up against somebody with powers or a suit or, you know, not that
something like
Tony Stark has powers.
I think her versus Batman would have been a really good one.
Yeah, that would have been better. Or any of the Bat family, Batgirl, you know, Nightwing. But yeah. So unfortunately, Tony Stark has money and he built a suit with it. Right. You know what I mean? Iron Man.
Money doesn't buy you happiness.
You know,
but it buys you an Iron Man suit.
Think about what Batman could be if he spent his money differently. This one is Robin, and we're going with the Damian Wayne version of Robin versus Captain America. Captain America. Here's what I want to say going into this. I didn't know a lot about Damian, and I was listening to stuff about the Bat family.
Yeah.
And Damian's a bad A.
Yeah.
Like, way more
That's why he stole Robin.
Way more than I ever thought.
Yeah.
I was also listening to somebody else talk about stuff, and they're like, Captain America.
Okay, so
he's just a dude with a shield.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, he's super strong.
Cool,
you know.
But he's also like he's not like
Damian could disarm.
Super strong.
Damian will disarm him in a second. Yeah, he's an assassin.
Yeah,
game over. Cap.
Yeah.
See ya.
So we're going Robin, right?
Yeah,
Robin.
Dude.
Robin takes out Captain America.
I know. I'm like, without a question. I was sitting here, and I was gonna ask if it was bad that I forgot who Damian was going up against, because I was just like, oh, Damian.
Yeah,
like, right out the gate in my head.
See, I mean, I know who he is, and the child of who he is, and he was trained by who he was, but I also didn't know, like, beyond that, they made him also just awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like,
he's a little ignorant to certain things, and like, he wants to push the boundary and kill somebody so bad, and it almost feels like that's what drives him, but like, Bruce won't let him do it, you know, but
Damian also came while I was not paying attention to DC really at all, and like, he's not in any of like the big films, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, not at all.
Like, he's in a couple of the animated, but I watched a lot of the newer ones more recently, so I didn't hardly even know, like, I knew the name, but that was about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then now learning more about him, it's like, holy cow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Flash versus Black Panther. This is such a dumb matchup.
I know, because it's like, if the Black Panther can catch him, game over. But can he catch him in time for the Flash not to just make a vortex and suck the air out of his lungs?
I guess. Like,
he'll just drop him back in 1960 something and just like come back in time.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? And then like just game over. Like that's like
it's another one of those things.
Sucks.
Like is the Flash just gonna win this because he makes a vortex around everybody and just throws them away? Like he's not even fighting. Like there's not even a fight. You know what I mean?
There's never a fight with him.
Yeah,
though,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he does.
But it's like
what he does. He's a good team player.
That's that hero thing. Like
yeah.
I disposed of somebody to make it easier for you to do the fighting. Like,
Yeah.
But if anybody got a hold of him, like anybody, it's over. Like,
yeah.
What is he gonna do? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he can probably like shake out of their hands or something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he can like go through walls and stuff. So like, I guess he could go through a person. What if he got stuck in a person? I don't know.
It's never fun getting stuck in a person.
I'm gonna say Black Panther for this one. I just think if it actually came down to any kind of fight at all, other than just running away.
Let's flip a coin because like it really depends.
I'm cool with that.
All right.
Are we staying with mine as heads?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to flip it?
I'll flip it.
I flipped a bunch of heads the other day. So
Charizard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Black Panther wins. I
mean, like I'm not upset,
right.
but at the same time, I'm just like, like
it's just another one of those like.
I would have felt the same either way.
Yeah.
Either way, I would have felt the same. If the Flash would have just won, I would have been like,
I just feel like if the Flash would have won, we're flipping a coin next round too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Like what is the Flash actually gonna do? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Like just go around the room,
like
move a whole bunch.
If this was like who can evade,
yeah.
who could evade the best out of everybody versus X amount of enemies.
Once again, an essential point to the Justice League, but doesn't really matter one-on-one.
Yeah,
you know?
like that's the thing. I guess I also, beyond like the things that we've kind of talked about, like I don't know a ton about like the Flash and as far as like how he deals with things, like other than like I know he has his own independent stuff.
I know that okay, so there's a couple different Flashes.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
One, I don't know how he got his powers or something, but there's a comic, and I think it insinuates that he is doing. I don't want to say. Speed.
Okay.
I don't know if I could say that. Like, and not get flagged because I don't want to get flagged.
Whatever.
We'll bleep it or something.
It'll be in the middle of a podcast. It'll be fine.
Right. So he's an addict.
Yeah.
You know, and that's his background. So he's like a really shady character. But this is like years ago.
Right.
But
it's like what?
They rewrote it 3 different times after that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just assuming we're going Barry Allen Flash.
Yeah, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember who it was. That's the thing is that
he
like,
lost to a coin flip. He wasn't fast enough to get out of that.
Whatever. Yeah. See you, dude.
I don't know. That's not that interesting. You know what I mean? Dude's just gonna run away all the time.
Right.
Oh, Aquaman versus Daredevil. Very like how would this is one of those how would this happen? They're not even the same.
He gets the ocean and like just
I guess
Daredevil.
like that's the only thing.
Yeah.
But
like Daredevil would probably have to go to the ocean to fight him and have a reason to be around water. I mean, if they fought in Chicago, you could just take all Lake Michigan and just
yeah. I mean,
and then put it back.
It's another one of those things. It's like, if he uses the whole like the ocean, he wins. You know what I mean? But like that's the thing. Aquaman also has a trident, and he does get into hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, you know what I mean.
And he's pretty good at it.
Yeah. So it comes down to.
I think Aquaman is underrated.
Well, I think they did that to themselves with an old design.
Yeah,
you know what? When he really enjoys he enjoys the company of fish. So there's also that.
He doesn't
like Jason Momoa Aquaman. Dope.
I know,
dope.
dude.
That's cool.
I'm like, I love Jason. That's exactly who I'm thinking of.
Well, now he's not him anymore. So were they gonna?
Lobo.
They should go back to the old design and just make him a joke. Oh man. I mean,
blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
I want to say Aquaman wins.
Seashells on his shoulders.
Right.
I think Aquaman wins too.
Okay.
I think. Obviously, I want Daredevil to win.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
sorry,
Aquaman does have hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
And then if he was just winning on using the ocean, like, that's not enough for me. You know what I mean? Like, Daredevil just goes somewhere else. But I guess, like, they're talking about, like, destroying all land. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, like, he does also have the fighting aspect as well.
100%. And then, like, that goes to say, like, yeah, DC doesn't have that many powers, but when they have powers, they're extremely OP.
Yeah, I guess.
Versus Marvel, because, like, some of them can kind of have powers, some of them are kind of like a mutant, something, that's how they're like, they could tie in Ninja Turtles stuff, things like that, to where, like, Aquaman versus the Ninja Turtles, I don't think that's going to happen neither. I think all 4 of the Ninja Turtles are done. Maybe.
I mean, he just fills the sewer and then they have to go somewhere else and then.
Well, just hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're only so strong.
Right.
Like, they're strong because they're big turtles, but they're not like Aquaman, Justice League type of strong.
Oh, yeah. No, not at all. The turtles don't I think they're a little bit more strong than you would expect, but their strength has never really been.
It's their skills, and how they
and
use
their teamwork.
It's karate.
Like how many times do you see the turtles like break off and get messed up, and then once they come back together, that's when they win.
They're stronger than ever. Yeah, 100%.
I feel like you see that with like Fantastic Four and stuff like that too. Like. It's just one of those things where the team is the power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's almost a superpower in itself is their teamwork. But Aquaman takes out Daredevil.
Yep.
Unfortunate, but it happens.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry
to crush your dreams.
I know who's going to win this one.
Which is it?
And it's the show that I'm watching right now. It's Luke Cage versus Hawkeye. Can you tell me what Hawkeye's going to do to Luke Cage? Luke Cage is the Hulk, but in man form. He's bulletproof.
Oh yeah, game over.
He's impenetrable skin.
Game over. Okay.
Like
I didn't know it was that extensive.
He took a shotgun blast to the head, point blank, and lived. He was down and he could have died just because of build up and stuff. But they had to go in. Like this is from the show. Spoilers. It's not even Luke Cage's show, so it's a different show.
Right.
But they had to they couldn't put a needle into his skin. Every needle they tried to put in him broke, so they had to go in around his eye and into his brain tissue through his eye socket. And it's but yeah, he's bulletproof. I'm just gonna say if anybody else watches the show or is watching the show, it's 6 years old now, 7 years old now. But,
I'm gonna go home and watch it now.
But it's a good one. But there is something called Judas. That's all I'm gonna say. I understand that, but I don't think Hawkeye has it.
Right.
That was an easy one for me. Do you have any rebuttals?
No, not at all. No. No.
I know this is coming out weeks after what happened, but man. Thoughts out to Jeremy Renner right now. Olivia, my wife actually told me about it. Did you know about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
I thought I was over here last week when it happened because I saw it on Instagram and I thought it said something that he was in an accident or something happened.
I don't remember that. You definitely could have.
Maybe it was maybe I went home and then that's when I got the
So
he posted on Instagram or his manager or somebody posted on Instagram for him.
It looks like he's doing a lot better. Yeah. It looks like he's doing okay, but yeah, that's tough. That's hard. You're just trying to be a nice guy.
Yeah. He's just going through a lot of stuff, even here, man.
Yeah, I mean, he goes up against Luke Cage round 1. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You know. But for the next one, we got Superman versus Cyborg.
Superman.
Just say it. I don't even.
I was like, how are we gonna fight this? Like, Superman.
Yeah, I mean that's
the Man of Steel grabs the thing of steel and just rips him in half. It came over.
Yeah,
that's his head off his body.
That's not one
laser beam.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's OP.
It's like one of those things where like I feel like this is gonna be the one. Yeah. You know what I mean? That goes to the end and there's nothing we can do about it.
Yep.
It sucks because I want it to be more interesting than like Laser Eyes.
But it's
you know what I mean?
It's Superman though.
Yeah. You know, the one argument you could make is like Cyborg has the blaster, but then he's like bulletproof and he's too fast, and you know what I mean? Like there's nothing like Cyborg is cool, but there's like against Superman, what are you gonna do? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Hopefully
why
he finds some kryptonite or something.
Yeah, I guess like
but odds against that, you know.
Yeah,
he's ripped in half before then.
Yeah, like this isn't one that goes to a second round. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if he's like fresh out the Lazarus pit.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like if he could find a way to like basically take kryptonite and make it into energy and then
shoot kryptonite.
Yeah, like blasters, you know. That would be cool. And that would be a story to tell, but
it sounds like Iron Man.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
But that would take too much time for the way that we decided to do this. Like you know what I mean?
So Superman with the dub.
Yeah, I already wrote it. All right. I wrote it a long time ago. We do have oh my god.
What is it?
Nightwing versus Thor.
Oh, dude.
Yep, Nightwing versus Thor.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm going to wipe my tears away.
I like Thor, but I like Nightwing a lot too.
I love Nightwing, man.
Yeah, Nightwing just got dealt the shit side of the hammer.
Yeah, it's what are we I'm just gonna start writing now if you want to talk about it some more.
Thor wins.
Yeah,
Thor's a god versus that's where the powers come into play, and versus a very highly skilled, strong karate guy.
Yeah.
You know, you might as well be up against Thor or Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
he's got
and guns.
He's got like martial arts.
No, he doesn't have a gun.
No, Nightwing?
Yeah,
doesn't have a gun.
That's what I was like. Yeah. No, it's Red Hood that has a gun.
Yeah, he's got his skirmish sticks. He does have like batarangs essentially, or like darts that shoot out. Like there is like a long range weapon, but nothing. What are you gonna do to Thor? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think he could have put up a fight against almost anybody else, depending. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Nightwing could put up a fight against the Hulk. Like against the Hulk, I would have arguments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, realistically,
Thor,
but yeah,
Thor, like
game over.
Like
I mean, the Hulk can't beat Thor.
Yeah,
you know, we've seen that one,
right?
You know, time and time again. I still watch that one every month.
Right? It's crazy. Why some of these Doctor Strange versus Moon Knight. Yeah. This is a weird one. Again, I mean, can Doctor Strange make portals fast enough? I feel like that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? He's got...
Yeah, how strong is he? That's what I'm saying. Like hand-to-hand combat and like invincibility and defense-wise.
Yeah, I don't think...
Can he make a portal fast enough to like...
I mean, that's his thing. He like throws up a portal in front of the fist and then puts it in front of the enemy's head, and he punches himself in the head. Like,
how many times can he do that in a row for Moon Knight's Moonarangs?
Moonarangs, yeah. He's got his version of the batarang. He's a strong fighter, but
then
also
he has Conchu.
Yeah, but also like
feel like I don't know.
This is another one where it's like I feel like you'd have to almost put it in a simulation, and who wins?
Because Moon Knight's strong, dude.
Yeah, and he's a good fighter.
Yeah, he's like highly skilled, highly skilled.
I mean, depending, he'll also use guns sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
He's not above like using guns, so I feel like Moon Knight. Does Moon Knight beat Doctor Strange?
Yes, just because I want him to.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's actually probably a pretty even fight, but yes.
That's not how you spell that. I think, like I said, it comes down to like, can Doctor Strange make portals fast enough? And if he can't, once Moon Knight gets his hands on him or anywhere close to him or collects himself at all, that's over.
100%.
So we got one. We got okay. Red Hood versus Jean Grey.
Red Hood.
You think?
I think. But that's also probably just due to me not knowing so much about.
I think I didn't even think about Jean Grey when I did scrub the list quick to see if Professor X was on it, just because I think he's not a strong fighter, but he would immediately get into anybody's head and it would be over after that. Jean Grey can pretty much do the same thing, can she not?
That's what I don't know.
I think she can. I don't think she's as strong, but yeah, because Professor X tries to get her out of his head. You know what I mean? Especially when.
So if that's the case, then
especially once you get into like Phoenix territory, like it's game over completely.
So then, yeah, I guess.
And this is me talking against Red Hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I guess Jean
that
Grey.
being said,
but like I said, that's just me not knowing so much.
That being said, like, it's hard too, because Red Hood will definitely go the extra mile. But Phoenix, if she gets into Phoenix mode, like, she'll kill all her friends. Like, without effort.
Yeah, not thinking about it. It's Jean Grey.
Okay. Dang it. I just beat my own guy. Jean. I think that's another one, though, like the simulation thing. Like, I think it would come down to, like, percentage. And realistically, when it comes down to it, I don't know if Jean Grey would win over 50%, but when she does win, she basically erase him from the earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, I don't know. Well,
all right.
That's what we picked, I guess. There's another one, Jessica Jones versus The Thing.
How bulletproof is The Thing?
Well, Jessica Jones doesn't really use guns, but she has like super strength. So it's like super strength versus super strength.
Oh, that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah. But is she...
I think that he's way more durable. I think that's what it comes down to. Jessica Jones... Yeah, I don't know.
You just smash her to the ground and rock.
No,
like,
I don't think...
two rocks, like getting hit by a rock like that, dude.
I don't think that would even... I don't think the first one would do it, but over time, just if they just sat there and beat on each other, I think that she'd just end up being... She wouldn't be able to last. I think The Thing would be more durable over time. I think it would literally have to come down to like them punching each other. That's the thing. Like if she hit him, anywhere, part of him could put up some kind of defense. But if she doesn't block, she's screwed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know there's some versions of... I read that there's some versions of Jessica Jones that has flying. I know more of her, like she can jump like super high and she has super strength, but I mean, she's still got like human skin, like human organs, human, you know what I mean? She still gets cut. She still gets shot.
His organs are rock.
I mean, he is rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so yeah, The Thing.
The Thing. Oh God. This is the last matchup of this bracket, and it's comical. Did you see it? It is Rocket versus Ant-Man.
Can we flip a coin?
I mean, we can. I mean, Ant-Man.
I want to see Rocket win, but he's never gonna win against all these other guys.
Ant-Man wins this, but I'm willing to flip a coin for it.
Let's flip a coin.
I mean, it's Rocket.
Heads for Rocket.
Should we flip a coin every time for Rocket?
Yes.
If he wins, like, all right.
Because that's his luck at that point.
Am I going Ant-Man, I guess? I'll go Ant-Man. You go. So Tails is Rocket.
Okay.
Tails is Rocket. I'm Ant-Man. I'm Heads.
Okay.
Tails is Rocket. Ant-Man.
Woof.
Dude, this thing gets Heads. If we actually use this to play like Pokemon, like call Heads.
I do.
Not this one. I think there's something wrong with this coin, bro. And
it's Charizard just wants to land Charizard face up.
Yeah. All right, just recapping the first round. We got Red Robin taking out Star-Lord. We got Spider-Man beating the Hulk in round 1. We got Batman taking out the Human Torch. And we got Wonder Woman taking out Green Lantern. Wolverine winning the girl in the end, taking out Cyclops. Iron Man beating Black Widow. Tough day for Black Widow. Maybe she should have had Rocket, but... We got Damian Wayne as Robin taking out Captain America. Black Panther beat the Flash. That was a coin flip too, right?
Yeah.
Aquaman beats Daredevil. Luke Cage, the bulletproof man, going against the guy with a bow and arrow. Who would have thought Luke Cage come out of that alive? Superman beats Cyborg. Thor destroys Nightwing. Moon Knight taking out Doctor Strange. Jean Grey beating Red Hood. We got The Thing outlasting Jessica Jones in a hand-to-hand fight. And Rocket losing the coin flip to Ant-Man.
I really wanted to see Rocket go on.
You know, the way we set this up, if Rocket would have won the coin flip and we agreed, since we already agreed to flip it, Rocket could have won this in coin flips.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Explosions!
Diving into this week's pull list this week, we're on the first. How many times am I going to say week in one sentence? We're on the first week of February.
Yeah. Oh, man. Finishing up the Hero Bracket Part 1. I hope you guys are enjoying the bracket so far. But this week, book number 1 of the pull list is going to be Gargoyles.
There we go.
Oh my God, just knew the word and it just escaped me. Facsimile?
Facsimile.
Yeah. Edition number 1. So this is going to be a reprint. So it's going to be a reprint of a book. You know, they came out in the 90s and we got the TV show. There's been a spark in them again.
Mm-hmm.
The real reason why I'm picking this one is it's going to also include a new look, a sneak peek into their upcoming Gargoyles comics, as well as their upcoming Darkwing Duck comics, y'all.
Oh, dang, cool.
Oh, man. Darkwing Duck was my stuff when I was younger,
right?
Oh,
you got super excited that when that dropped, I think a month ago.
It hasn't dropped yet. I basically put it on my pull list just like forever ago.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it back in like
Darkwing
August.
Duck's coming. Darkwing Duck's coming.
Yeah.
I need to pick that up. So this is gonna have a sneak peek into that.
That's super cool.
I had to put this on the list right away.
Right. Now is your chance to get that issue number 1 of Gargoyles if you are a Gargoyles collector without having to pay up the wazoo.
Yeah.
For those spike prices because they have been spiking. Especially, I think they're talking about putting together a show again.
I think so. I don't know. There's been a lot of talk about Gargoyles lately.
Yep.
And some of it's like here and there, and it's all over the place. Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. You know what I mean? Yep. Until I get something, then I'll know, or like see like a cast list, or see like new episodes coming soon to Netflix or something.
That's gonna be cool.
Whatever it is, like I'm just waiting for it. So there's no variants or anything of this. It's just the reprint.
Dang, I mean, figures.
Yeah.
Book number 2 on this pull list this week, we got Demon Wars Down in Flames, issue number 1 right here. We did have, about a year ago, Peach Momoko teamed up with Marvel. This is a Marvel Comics run, and she came up with Demon Wars issue number 1. I want to say about a year to a year and a half ago is when that first dropped, and now we were talking about this last episode that it seems like they're doing a lot of the issue number 1s and they're doing different storylines, and that's kind of how this is seeming to be.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Demon Wars, so you're educating me right now.
Right. I don't know too much about it. I happened to find one in a dollar bin, which is pretty cool. For you know what? Now that I'm saying it out loud, I think this is the first Demon Wars, and I'm thinking of Demon Days.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely a tie-in.
Got you. Yeah. I did the same thing a few weeks ago with Daredevil and seeing the fist and thinking it was the hand, and how would anybody confuse the hand with the fist?
Right, or the finger.
Yeah. So I did misspeak a little bit, but yeah. Right. Demon Wars and Demon Days, you said?
Yeah, Demon Wars is this one coming out that we put on the pull list this week. Demon Days came out about a year ago.
Gotcha.
And it did really, really well. Peach Momoko came up with the stories, doing all the art. This is her book that Marvel picked up. So it's really cool to see somebody that started as an artist starting to get into their own storylines and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't know much about her at all, and you were telling me about her, and then all of a sudden I start seeing her variants everywhere, and yeah, it's crazy.
She's popping, man. She's popping, doing a phenomenal job.
I think she has a card variant in Snap now too. I think she has a Rogue Snap card variant.
It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't.
If it's there, I'll try to put it on the screen, or we'll try to put it on the screen, but if not, I'm a liar.
If not, I'm lying. We got 36 pages in this book, and it's going to retail for a cover price of $4.99.
We got any variants on this one?
I'm sure we do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we do. We have 6 different variants on this one.
Got you.
Probably all done by Peach Momoko. I'm lying. Actually,
if it's not, I'm lying.
It looks like every single one of these variants was done by Peach Momoko. So
cool.
There is no other artist. There is no other inker. She did everything. She's the writer, she's the artist, she's the cover artist, and the variant artist on these ones, working together with editor-in-chief C.B. Sablisky.
Yeah.
And that's it.
She has a really interesting style.
Yes.
Some of these variants, she has a style where like
lots of watercolors.
Yeah, it's almost like a style in which like either I love her stuff or I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like her as an artist. She's a really good artist, but like some of the variants she puts out, I'm like, I wouldn't pick that one up. But then the other ones, I'm like, I have to have that.
So love it or hate it for that issue number 2, Peach Momoko, I Hate Fairyland.
I think I love it.
Okay.
I think I love it.
Cool. Because that was one that I kind of felt that I was like, I don't know how I feel about it.
I have to look at it again. The Deadpool variant she did. Yeah. That wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
But it was still like, it's so interesting that like that's the one I picked up. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's still like it's interesting. It's interesting. She's got a cool style.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you're doing things that are different, not everybody's gonna love it, and you're not gonna love every issue. So I mean, it's to be expected, but still, she's so cool.
Yeah, and she's gaining a spot in my heart, like how Jim Lee has with a lot of these variants. Do I like every single Jim Lee cover? No.
Yeah.
But most of the time, if it has anything to do with Jim Lee and Batman, I'm picking it up.
Right. Yeah. I mean, art is that way. You're not gonna like everything. You're not gonna like every song by every musician that you love. You know what I mean? So,
unless it's Green Day.
Nah,
I'm joking.
Yeah, they're not good anymore. So,
this dude knows that's my favorite band of all time.
Yeah, but you weren't alive when they were actually good. So,
I was alive for American Idiot. I was alive for the second number 1 album that most bands never do.
Yeah, their last good album. Anyways, book number 3 this week is going to be Well, I don't remember now after talking about Green Day. What is it? Oh, it's Dark Web. Dark Web, the finale. Dark Web finale #1. Green Day got me all confused. Just blown away by you liking them so much.
How do you not?
But it looks like we're wrapping up Dark Web. It looks like we're going into the finale. It looks like Chasm is doing some crazy stuff, and it looks like the sun will reveal some destruction, and stuff's getting weird. Stuff's crazy. This is gonna bring in Spider-Man and the X-Men and see how Dark Web has changed the city's landscape forever. So it's gonna be crazy
Forever.
That's what it says.
Forever.
That's what it says.
Now every single Marvel Comics issue is gonna have to be a Dark Web tie-in. Forever and ever and ever. Right. Not gonna lie, it kind of seems like that's how it's been for the last month or so.
Yeah,
everything is tying into that Dark Web.
Like so much stuff. And now, like, I picked up all the new Fantastic Four stuff, but I haven't been up to date on it. And I know that like New York City is destroyed in that, and I know that Fantastic Four got blamed for it. But it's like, okay, but does that tie into this somehow? Like, did they? Like, it just like starts making things happen in my head. I'm like, did Reed make Chasm or somehow?
Right.
Like, like it's like crazy. So,
we're finally seeming to get like the sum up of the stories, especially with them calling it the finale. I guess we'll see how true to their word they are with putting finale on it.
part 2.
Yeah.
They get to finale issue 99 and they're like finale part 1 and finale part 2, episode 1. I keep saying episode, but I mean issue.
Right.
There are variants for this one. There's 2. The one with all of them in the middle, it's so cool to me.
Mm-hmm. And
Medina did this cover, and it's pretty crazy. Oh, Momoka has a different variant. There's a lot of red in that for me. I can't do all that red.
There is a lot of red, but that is a super sharp cover, I think.
Yeah, super cool cover.
He's a little more black, but in that classic.
If it was any color but red, I'd be into it. But I mean, it's Spider-Man, so expected.
You can really see the watercolors like in his blue and stuff like that. So sticking with her iconic style on this one.
Yeah.
Last book on this list, we're getting into Miles Morales issue #3, Trial by Spider. I am so ready. Not going to lie, I've picked up the previous 2 issues, haven't read them yet, haven't had the time.
That seems like an ongoing theme with us.
Yeah. With us filming the way that we film, kind of what we're doing right now. We're kind of, you're going to see us stuck in time for a second, then we're going to come back and probably look.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to look like you, you're going to look like me, and then I'm going to be Jake, you're going to be Javier now, So that's what's going to happen. We got 28 pages in this book and a cover price of $3.99, as well as another 7 variants on this one.
This one's cool. Any Miles stuff is always cool.
Always. I love when they do that kind of color. Looks like, so they're doing the whole cover A, variant A, cover B, variant B thing. Variant cover A looks so sick.
Yeah.
For this one. Has Venom kind of going after Miles there. I love Miles' suit, man.
Yeah.
I love Miles' suit. I feel like ever since I've seen Miles, like Peter Parker's suit just doesn't compare anymore.
Yeah.
Like I love the suit.
Who would have thought, a suit from 50 years ago isn't as cool as like the modern one?
Yeah. It's probably longer than that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like they designed his suit. I mean, his suit's been pretty standard for that whole time, you know?
And then they took the webbing off his armpits and stuff like that.
But like the color scheme and stuff, he's had some other stuff, like Iron Man gave him a suit and blah, blah, all that stuff. But like the standard suit has been pretty much the same this whole time.
Yeah, he's not always in that suit, but Miles is always in this suit.
Right.
You know, so it looks.
Well, Miles
is
really still
cool.
new though too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miles doesn't have 50 years under his belt.
Well, we're probably going to start seeing a lot more issues. I just see Miles popping up everywhere, man.
Especially going into Spider-Verse 2, the movie. So
it makes me wonder if we're going to continue seeing Peter Parker being the main Spider-Man as we have through all these years. It kind of feels like we're going to start seeing a shift, and we're in that awkward period in time where now Miles Morales is going to be Spider-Man to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You can't really you can't really predict what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because
if you ask like a 10-year-old right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Half of them would probably say Peter Parker. Half of them will say Miles Morales.
I think it's going to depend on how they go forward, especially like we had a little bit of a conversation off podcast about Secret Wars, like 84 versus 15, like 2015. And like Secret Wars 2015, if they decide to go that route, that's got Miles and Peter like together.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then like Spider-Verse, the first movie has Peter and Miles together. And you know, we could start to see people like taking them, oh yeah, everywhere Spider is, Miles is, and Peter is, and we'll see. I don't know. As I said before, I had to start catching up on Daredevil to see what was going on with the Fist, but in that he leaves New York to Spider-Man essentially.
Yeah.
Because he has to leave and he has to go to take care of something. So he's like, Spider-Man's always been one of my best friends. The people are safe with him, and he goes to leave. So we'll see. You know, there's stuff going both ways. So, but as far as like flashiness right now, like Miles has it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and then all of his variant covers are just insane.
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah,
I feel
always.
like even his main covers. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime I pick up a Miles Morales, it's a constant debate. Like, am I going to send this to CGC or not?
Yeah,
you know, because I want to send every single Miles cover to CGC.
That's I get that with some of them too, like like all the Fairyland stuff. I'm like, I just feel like I need to do something with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, slap it up, hang it up.
Yep. That wraps up this week's podcast / pull list / hero bracket part 1, y'all. I already said this at the beginning of the pull list, I guess. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the brackets, and I hope that you come back for the end of the hero bracket.
Right.
What do you guys think is going to happen? What do you got? Which hero do you think is going to win? Which hero do you think should win? And do you agree with our choices?
Right. There's going to be a lot of debate on that because that came straight out of our imagination.
Yeah, we're just two guys sitting here and talking what we think will happen, but there's a million things that could happen, especially with multiverses, different iterations. If you grew up on a version of this hero from 30 years ago, or you just found out about them, you could think very different things. And you know, we saw it with Doctor Doom. You know, depending on which version of Doctor Doom, definitely would have changed that bracket significantly. But let us know in the comments what you think. And while you're down there, check out the descriptions. Get things like free money, discounts on your Dubby energy at w.gg using code Collective Comics at checkout, and that $10 on Whatnot. Sign up with our link. Until next week,
this has been
Collective Comics.